What's happening right now with FISKER?
Let's see what's going on. Very interesting. As usual, remember to subscribe. Let's get started with FISKER Inc. Very interesting. We have right here the daily chart. In the previous video, we were talking about the past technical patterns that we saw in this chart. And we were talking about the net income and some piece of news. Right now, we have something related with the volatility continuing after delayed earnings report. Apparently, the earnings report have been a bit strange, like the data hasn't been accurate. They were changing some kind of things. We don't exactly know if this is the thing that happened and affected the price, but it could be something related with this. So let us know below what do you think about this, guys. Remember to subscribe, remember the disclaimer, and let's get started.
Yeah, look at the report, that they disclosed some accounting problems that led to the departure of two chief accounting officers in the recent week. So that's very volatile for a company. When that happens, normally the stock goes nuts. And this is what's happened, I mean, you can clearly see the stock went down. We had this triangle right here, and then there was a breakout. And wow, we're talking about minus 68% in just 1 month, so very, very volatile situation. And then they release the earnings afterwards, and look at that, negative surprise factor, kind of very negative. And the reality right now is that we are in it's falling like a knife, you can clearly see from this in the screen that it's going down, and for the moment, nobody's buying it.
Yeah, what wow, this is insane. As you mentioned, these last weeks with that earnings, maybe those that accelerated that process. What do you think, guys? Do you think this is a moment to buy, this is a moment to sell, or just wait and see how it goes? Because sometimes that's the best option in trading, as you can know from experience. And let's take a look at the RSI right here. Very interesting in my opinion, because right now we are obviously at the lowest part of the chart with $1.86, and the RSI is also indicating that the price is at the lower part, in this type of indicator. It's at the $17 more or less, and it's the lowest part that it has been in the past. So do you think it will bounce from here, or do you think it will continue going lower? Because sometimes we saw another type of stocks that the RSI being at the lowest part doesn't mean that the price has to bounce. It could be an indicator that obviously a stock could be oversold because it is in the territory, as the indicator indicates. But in this case, and sometimes we saw it, like the price could continue going lower. So what do you think is the important part right here?
Yeah, let's analyze the rebounds yeah, after these incredible oversold territories in the RSI for the long term. So we go back to November 2020. Here is like one of the first rebounds and at extreme level, and the stock obviously it went up like crazy, That's a huge rebound. We're talking about a percentage of more than 200%. Let's go to the second one. We are in April 2021. The stock again it went down like crazy to $10, and then it rebounded from there at very low levels of the RSI, and we got like more than 100%. And then one of the most critical ones back in February 2022 is like I think is the lowest one. It's not the lowest one. The lowest one is is the one that we are experiencing right now. But the rebound here is we are talking about more than 50%. So we can clearly see that at least in the past it worked. We don't know if it's gonna work this time, but at least in the past it did.
Yeah, and the last one did just 27% more or less, and from there it kind of broke this technical pattern that we drew in our previous video. In our opinion, this was kind of a parallel channel, something like that. And from there it started to drop very dramatically with this kind of descending channel also that completely broke, during these last weeks. And this last bounce, as usual, we have the past experience in order to have that extra information, but every time could be different. And in this case, obviously the situation in the market isn't the same, so you have to analyze very, very closely. Be careful, guys. Remember to let us know below if you think this is a buy or a sell, because at the end of the day we want you to reflect and have that critical thinking of being able to say, why do I want to buy or why do I want to sell, with those reasons behind it.
Let's go to the forecast, because we have 10 analysts analyzing the stock right now, FISKER, and the thing here is like the current situation is 1.86, and they're estimating like the worst the worst scenario here according to these analysts is like more than 7% from these current levels. And there is a very optimistic vision right here. Also, we have more than 500%. So this is very interesting, because analysts, you may believe them, you may believe in them or not, but at least here's the information they think it could happen.
Yeah, this is also based in the past 3 months, so obviously the data could be different, because
Yeah,
clearly in
yeah,
yeah.
maybe it's not reflecting that crash that happened just a week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly, because the price is completely different. We were talking about $5-6, and right now currently it is at 1.86, which has been a significant drop. So yeah, exactly. You can let us know if you agree with this kind of forecast, or do you think they are just out of price and they will have to to adapt them to the actual situation. And what do you think? What did you forecast, guys? Let us know below in the comments, and we are always happy to learn from you. Have a nice week. Take care. Bye.
Bye bye.